Sagittarius, what's up? Welcome back. We're going to get a message out here from the universe and see what it is that Spirit wants you to know. Welcome back to the space. I've missed you. Here we go. Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides, for lovely Sagittarius, please. What do you want Sagittarius to focus on? What do you want them to pay attention to? What do you want Sagittarius to know? Anything else? See if we can get one more out here. We got one that popped out. Anything else? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. No, I think that might be it today. Oh, okay. Have a clump of them that popped out. So this is going to be a little bit of a book read. So bear with me, okay? We have multiple. Sagittarius, you're going to be celebrating something very special soon. You'll be so full of joy and happiness, it will almost seem out of this world how suddenly it all happens for you. Be ready for it, expect it, it's happening. This gives me the vibe of holding on to the faith, believing in your dream, not giving up despite what's going on right now as a form of distraction. In relationships, the biggest thing you must look for is consistency. Every time you forgive someone who is not being consistent with you, you're giving them permission to hurt you again. You deserve better. Now, this could be in a connection, a traditional relationship, love interest, but it also could be in work and in friendships too. If someone's betraying your trust or taking you for granted, it feels like this is a message for you to accept that that is actually happening and do something a little bit different so that you can have some healthier boundaries for yourself and not be harmed by that kind of energy. Things are going to be turned in your favor. People that were against you all of a sudden will be for you. I know that's right. Ideas, creativity, promotion, contracts are going to come into your hands. This is a beautiful, beautiful start to a reading. Now we're going to some tarot out here. A little bit of housekeeping. If anyone's DMing you, messaging you, trying to get a reading with you, friend, it is not me. Please report and block them. All right, for Sagittarius, please, let's refine this message and get more out here about what this is all about. What is Sagittarius's energy right now? Who are they at this time? Thank you, God, angel, spirit guides. What are you working through, Sagittarius? Let's see. Okay, what else? Okay, yeah. So for some of you, this is about love, okay? Or the passion that you once had for something that you've been investing your time into. That's more of the overarching vibe, but more specifically, I am picking up that this is having to do with love. It's seeping into this reading. The King of Cups is in reverse here, and I feel like this has to do maybe with the person that you're dealing with, or maybe you right now just kind of feeling upside down in love right now because the Four of Cups is out here. So this is a water sign energy, so maybe you're dealing with someone who's water sign, maybe you have it in your chart in a place that's significant to you. But you also have Judgment out here. So you have all water sign stuff out here. I could be talking to someone who is a Scorpio, Sag, Cusper, because you have a Scorpio card out here. This feels like getting to a point where it feels like you're a little bit fed up, not trusting of a connection, kind of guarded right now. Maybe there has been some betrayal in the past. And maybe at this point, it's time to just be open and honest about how to address this thing. It kind of feels like something has been building up and piling up for so long until everything is needing to be put on the table. You know, when I see the King of Cups, I always think of a person who has great sound judgment, who's not overly emotional, especially when it comes to making decisions. But it's in reverse in this reading. And so that's either you or the other person, but I really do feel like it's having to do with you, Sagittarius, where you're in your emotions in a way that is not allowing you to make choices or move in a way that you usually would, because again, it feels like there's kind of like this clouded emotional state that you're in, maybe a sense of betrayal. Sometimes Sagittarius, it could be a light little pettiness because we're dealing with somebody who's petty too. And so we're almost kind of getting in the ring with them to navigate a situation. And again, this could be work as well, but it just feels like there is something that you're working through right now where it's got you a little bit more emotional than usual, and maybe showing up using your emotions to make decisions or to not make decisions, but maybe using your emotions in kind of like a power play way. And there's a caution against that, because anytime we're in a court seat but we're upside down in it, eventually that energy turns in onto us, and we don't want that. But it definitely feels like For those of you where this is just about a relationship, you know, it probably feels like kind of like a roommate situation at this point. There's not a whole lot of love. You know, you're not really exchanging the same way. It could be kind of that emotional kind of, you know, immaturity, maybe a little bit of pettiness there. But now it's getting to a point where it's becoming so ridiculous in this situation until you have to address it. You cannot hide from it. You cannot run from it. It's here in your energy and it's here in your face to be confronted. So we're going to get some advice out here for you, Sagittarius, to know what it is that you can do or lean into to work your way out of this energy or to meet whatever goal you're seeking to meet at this time. That's a tough energy to be in. Kind of feels like boredom, apathy, like, you know what? I don't even want to waste my time investing in this energy anymore. And so you're just kind of sitting there chilling. Another thing that's coming up too is it could be that there has been some situation that has happened with you and someone that you're dealing with romantically. Again, this is not intended to be a love reading, but we're not going to deny what Spirit is having come out right now. You're dealing with someone and it has been a romantic kind of connection. And maybe they show up pretty immature, emotionally immature in their connection with you. That's how you're perceiving them. And you're waiting for them to be the person to initiate an apology or to address what's been going on. And so that's kind of an energy place or a weird energetic place to be in, because if they never address it and you don't address what this elephant in the room is related to the emotions and the feelings and the feeling upset or emotionally drained, it kind of can create a cycle of continued emotional kind of like just this very dark, hard, emotional relationship where it's pulling on the both of you in a way that's not productive at all. So that kind of feels like a caution here. But we're going to let God, Angel, Spirit Guides give us a little bit more about what this is. Advice, God, Angel, Spirit Guides, for my lovely Sagittarius working through this energy right now. Being related to work, being related to their relationship, their friendships, God, Angel, Spirit Guides. What do you want them to know, to focus on, to work through? Thank you, God, Angel, Spirit Guides. Let's see here. Okay, now this one didn't fully pop out, but it's the Three of Wands. Anything else? Okay, all right. And then the Four of Wands. So this is some type of progression energy for something to go from one stage to another. And maybe this is what this confusion has been about. For those of you where this is about work, your professional life, your career life, your interest, your passion, it's something about you getting into a place where you re-engage your own sense of passion here. It's something about coming out of that Four of Cups. The Four of Cups is bored. It's over it. It's like, I'm just going to sit here and wait until another couple of cups come because this is not getting it, you know. And being in that space can block us off from going after what it is that we really want. But it kind of feels like Sagittarius and you being a fire sign, and these are all kind of like fire energetically charged cards, right? You have the Knight of Wands here, you have the Three of Wands here, and you have the Four of Wands here. This says to me, for you to move forward and to expand in your love or in your relationships or in business, and to get to a place where you can have all that you've been looking for, you can have that thing to celebrate relationships, right? If this is a relationship reading for you to have that home, the commitment security, the belonging. In order for you to do that, there has to be a reigniting of the passion, okay? Because it's not currently in the energy. It's kind of like a stalemate energy right now. And whatever you are thinking about as this reading is resonating with you, there needs to be a recharging of the passion. And there are different ways that that can happen for you. Every person is their own person. But it might be going back and looking over some journal notes that you wrote down a year ago for yourself in terms of plans, dreams. It might be watching a podcast that always makes you cheerful, happy, and motivated. It might be talking to an old friend that remembers you back then when you had that dream and that passion. It's all sorts of things for different people. What can help reignite that passion and that fire to go after something that you really want so that you can progress, get out of the rut and move forward. But it kind of feels like Spirit wants you to know that with your action, with your passion, the natural progression of your wealth, your wellness, your abundance will happen because there's a 3 and a 4. So it just kind of feels like Spirit is saying, continue to go after it, open up that passion, be brave in your pursuit, and you're going to have the natural outcome of you investing energy in what it is that you want. If you are interested in a weird little TikTok that I have about self-love stuff, self-care stuff with some humor, some vloggy, makeup, being silly stuff. You can follow my personal TikTok. I just started it maybe about a week ago. So I've been letting people know about it. I'll tag it somewhere here on the video. Now, when you get over there, Sagittarius, don't be laughing at my small little community. We are a small but mighty community, just kicking it over there. So if you're interested, please follow. I'll definitely follow you back and support you. I love the folks that have been coming over from this channel over there and learning about them and watching them do the cool stuff that they're doing on TikTok. So I would love to have that experience with you too if you're interested. I love you in the meantime, and I wish you wellness. I hope I get to see you next week. Take care. Bye.